We are live from the power plant. Well, it's not live for you, but whatever. Where I'm going to be undertaking my second legendary catch today. You might say that I'm a glutton for punishment. So, let's open with Hypnosis, which actually connects on the first try. It's at least that. I'm not expecting to complete a hat trick because remember, Zapdos has never broken out of a Pokeball so far in this LP series. How much is Shadow Ball going to do? Actually, a fairly decent amount of damage, which is pretty good, I guess. I was maybe hoping for a little more, since now I can't even finish it off with a Thunderbolt. Come on. Yeah, I figured as much. This is the first time Zapdos has broken out of a ball in this LP series. In 3 encounters, it took it that long for it to realize, hey, those things are going to enslave me for life. Maybe I should try to break out of these things. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh man, this would still have been pretty cool if I caught it on the second ball. To be honest, though, I sort of wished that I didn't catch it on the first ball today, and no. Oh! Stop trolling me like that! Okay, now it woke up and agility, just great. So now it's gonna get moved at least twice every time it wakes up. As I said, huge pain in the ass, this guy. And now we got Discharge, which does 55 damage. Paralysis doesn't kick in. Discharge is known and used because of its very high 30% paralysis rate, which is great on bulkier Pokemon. And okay, here's one of those special defense boosts that might help me reduce its HP further with Thunderbolt somewhere down the line. But for now, let's just focus on the usual tactic of putting it to sleep and throwing balls at it over and over. Right now, I'm not healing because I think I can take another Discharge, unless it's a critical, of course, but yeah, this is the kind of thing that happens. It already happened to me once in this LP, so I'm due for some good luck in that department. I'm sure you all remember that. This is probably the highlight of this LP when I got screwed over by a critical from that Charizard. Okay, so at least it's asleep right now, so let's keep throwing balls again and again and again. Yeah, this is actually fairly difficult to commentate on when you enter that phase of put it to sleep, throw balls, put it to sleep, throw balls. Except now I have to deal with double speed and fun with Discharge on top of that. So this should actually be fairly challenging and interesting for you, if not to listen to, at least to watch. Watch me fail constantly as I try to catch a Pokemon that I had previously made into my own personal bitch. Okay, Ancient Power. At least it's not another Discharge. As long as it doesn't get any stat boost from that, I'm okay. Hypnosis connects. I think I'm going to be healing at that point because Discharge could potentially kill me. And okay, I was actually sort of wondering, because usually it's the Dust Ball that's in that button at the bottom of the lower screen. So I was like, oh wow, this is actually the Moo Moo Milk. This is what? No, this is not what I'm going for this time. I want some Dust Balls. Can I have some luck to go along with it to maybe catch it sometime today? Well, I guess I shouldn't complain because as it breaks out after wiggling 3 times as well, I guess I shouldn't complain because it hasn't even been 5 minutes into this video, and I guess there have been some tougher catches for me in the past, so okay. So, how about those 49ers, or, I have no idea. We're not even 5 minutes in, and I can't provide interesting commentary while it's asleep. It woke up. Well, at least that's one problem solved. I'll be able to give some more interesting insight into this battle. This agility, of course, is going to be completely useless. This discharge, though, might not, depending on whether I get paralyzed or not. Once again, 55 damage, no paralysis. Okay, I'm good with that. Hypnosis connects as well, so... Good, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Let's keep throwing some more dusk balls at it. I guess the fact that its HP is still so high is somewhat of a problem, actually, because I was sort of hoping to put it lower, but at this point I'm thinking there's not much on my team that's not gonna kill it. And of course I don't want to pull out Tyranitar, because while Sandstorm would be a cute way of actually weakening a Pokemon little by little, I actually have nothing to stop that Sandstorm, so yeah, it's somewhat problematic. Anyway, Ancient Power, once again 73 HP. I was about to say I could survive a discharge, but I'm not going to survive a discharge now. At least Hypnosis connects, so I'm going to go back to my milk stash for some more healing. And I've had that milk for months in my inventory, actually, so I'm not sure I actually want to taste it, but apparently no matter how long I've had it in my backpack, it's still as effective. It heals my Pokemon by a flat 100 HP, which is pretty good. I think I just grossed myself out here, as well as a few others among you, I'm sure. So, Dusk Ball number 497, and it still fails to catch Zapdos. Okay, Discharge now. This should... Well, this won't kill me even with a critical, so there's no way to... There's no real reason to worry, but here's another one. Now he's starting to spam Discharge, and Hypnosis misses. I was about to say, this means trouble, because if it keeps spamming it, it gets 2 moves before I can put it to sleep anyway, so that's about 110, 120 damage. Gengar, why are you so frail? Maybe I should consider getting myself a bulkier sleeper for those LPs, but somehow I keep going back to Gengar because it's such an awesome Pokemon. It hits as hard as heck, but it's just, you know, when it comes to taking a pounding from these legendaries, I've seen better, and this is my last Hypnosis, no thanks to pressure, so if this misses, I'm reloading, no matter what. Okay, everything was riding on this one, so I guess I'm going to be able to keep throwing some balls on this attempt. No, I don't want to throw Moo Moo Milk at Zapdos. Of course, it wouldn't heal it anyway. This is not how the game works, but whatever. Okay, come on, come on! Oh, man! I was really hoping for maybe a clutch catch. This would be as awesome as actually catching it on the first ball, even though it would take a while longer. That would have still been pretty cool. Okay, not even a wiggle this time around. Is it gonna wake up? No, it's still asleep, so I guess I have time for one more ball on this attempt. This is probably gonna be the last one. Can I make it work? Nope. Not even close. And it's still asleep, so still one more ball. And I think this is number 17, judging by the amount I have currently. 1. And no, that's not it at all, so I'm gonna probably be forced to reload. There we go. Here we go. Reloaded and ready to go once again. Thrown 17 balls, all of which fail. This is not even average at this point. This is already a pretty subpar catching attempt. Well, at least I got all my PP back, as well as my Moo Moo Milks, my balls. So I guess this is not going to be overly expensive. So let's see, is Shadow Ball going to do the same as it did on my last attempt? Actually, it did a little more, which is actually pretty cool. You can see the difference pretty easily, I might add. It's really deep into the yellow, not in the red, but still. Let's see now. No, of course not. I would have been actually pretty frustrated if I caught it in one ball on this try, because that would have meant, you know, Couldn't you have caught it in one ball a little earlier than that? Okay, can I do this? Nope. Next ball is going to be my 20th, and oh great, it decides to open up with agility. Probably the worst move I could ever have asked for. At least I haven't gotten paralyzed by discharge yet, which is actually really wonderful because 30% is a lot over a long time. And here's that charge I would have really liked to see a bit earlier on my last attempt, but alas, you can't have everything. As I said, at least I never got paralyzed so far. Paralysis on top of making me slower by default would have also prevented me from moving 25% of the time, which would have reduced my hypnosis effectiveness from... Oh my god, I did it! I did it! After 20 plus balls and 11 minutes, the Zapdos finally conceded and decided to stay in that ball. As I was about to say, though, paralysis would have reduced my hypnosis's effectiveness down to 45%. 60 was already low, but 45, nah. So now, I only have 2 legendaries left to catch in this LP. There's Groudon, which will be the very last thing I do in this LP. But for now, we're going to head back to Mount Silver to get ourselves the last of the 3 legendary birds, which is Moltres. My tactic for this one, I believe I've already shared it with you, is that I'm going to be using that Zapdos I just got and try and paralyze it with Discharge, considering that this Moltres has Safeguard and becomes immune to status ailments for a few turns whenever it uses them. Whenever it uses it, rather. So I would much rather try and paralyze it before it actually gets any safeguards up. So, now I have my full team. I'm going to need the Barrel, which I'm going to replace Tyranitar with. It's not going to be of any help at all because of that Sandstream. And I'm going to bring Zapdos along as well. So I have the Barrel and Zapdos, which are both rather major requirements. I'm keeping Who around as well because, well, it actually does a pretty good job at walling Moltres. It resists Flamethrower, and that massive special defense stat can also take care of Air Slash. One problem, though, is that Moltres has Ancient Power as well, which means, quadruple weakness and all that. I'm sort of wondering how much damage that Ancient Power would do, though, given that I would have a 20 level advantage, and it's still just a non-stat Ancient Power. With 60 power, not stat, it's not really frightening at all. I'm sort of curious, and we'll probably be getting that answer when I get there. So right now I'm making my way to Moltres. If you remember, I went right the first time I came into Mount Silver. You want to go left in order to head to Moltres, like what I'm doing right now. By the way, I thought I should mention this. I've already expressed my fear of being labeled as a Chugga-Conroy ripoff by Chugga-Zombies who don't bother checking the date on the videos before actually opening their big mouths. And things are not looking good right now because the zombie overlord himself saw fit to recycle one of my jokes in the very first video, namely the whole Professor Bitch thing. Oh man, I'm in for so much pain right now, especially since a few of my videos made it into his related videos, though they are much further down the list than they were back when he was doing Crystal, so I don't know, maybe I can escape the wrath of the Chugga-Zombies. This is definitely something that's going to be interesting to keep track of in the next few days and weeks and months as well. So, I guess we won't have time to get to Moltres today, but we're really, really close. Trust me on that. So next time, we're going to be catching the legendary Firebird! Yeah, I did that on purpose. Sue me.